The bright lights of Broadway just to the east of us, and we are under the lights as well at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, McDonald, throw left side complete. It's Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Play action. It's McDonald. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. McDonald. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
And 1.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Dolphins, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now? Let's go to that play.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And the Jets are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
But that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's McDonald. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
He certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The kick by Marr is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
57, Mike 57.
Now Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And a Dolphin first down.
They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Gain of 14.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line.
Williams.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
First down, Dolphins.
And Tua going to keep on the option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time getting the sack. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, McDonald. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run the option here on 1st and 10. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Way beyond Bell. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
To a fast pass outside complete. And he coughed it up. And the Jets have recovered. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Here's Breida. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brought down at the 39.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. This is Breida. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. That's out to the left and complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
1st down, Dolphins.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Tua now on 1st down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jakeem Grant, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They run the option on 2nd down. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
17. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd and 5.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Tua on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Complete.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
13 yards. And the Dolphin first
from the
down.
32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That'll be complete to Breida. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
The quarterback.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, McDonald. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. And we got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
He'll try and run it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is McDonald. For Kinner here, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. operating from the gun. McDonald. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. On second down, it's Bell. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Wide receiver.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Kyle Van Noy coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, McDonald. And he'll get this underneath to Bell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
5-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, Locked. Reinforced.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Williams, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Tua going to throw. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, it's Tua. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Here's Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, D.
Looking to pass. Tua. Caught left side. Williams. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
57. Mike, 57. Drop deep, drop deep.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Tua to throw again. And it's caught by Parker. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Bell. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
They'll start with the option. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Man, I got you. Mike, 53. 50. All day, baby. All day. Check. 53.
Tua sets up to pass it. It's complete to Parker, left side. That one good for 12 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
52 blaster. 53 Mike. 53.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Now it's Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. On the option, here's Tua. They run again with Breida and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, done.